Part 2 of the Clivia Pass covers the section from the 5th to the 14th kilometer, which is a gentle traverse with mostly easy multiple S-curves and soft gradients. If you have clear weather, this section provides stunning scenery. Logging operations are ongoing, so scenes seen in this video might look very different a year or two later. Be wary in wet weather of mud on the roadway at logging collection points, as things could be a lot more slippery than what you might expect. If you intend driving this pass, it's very important to watch Part 1 first, which contains the Google Earth orientation clips as well as other important safety, technical and historical information. From a single pulp and paper mill producing paper from straw in 1938, Sappi has evolved into a global provider of dissolving wood pulp, packaging and specialty papers and graphic papers, as well as biomaterials and biochemicals. The Ngondwana mill has been in operation since 1966 and entered the dissolving wood pulp market in 2013 with the conversion of part of the mill's paper-grade pulp production to dissolving wood pulp production. The mill produces paper-grade pulp for own and for market consumption, as well as newsprint, containerboard and dissolving wood pulp. It's located along the N4 National Road in the scenic Elands Valley, about 50 kilometers from Nelspruit, now known as Mbombela, the capital city of Mpumalanga province. Conveniently sited amid Sappi's own commercial forestry operations, the mill produces 330,000 tons of paper pulp for own consumption, 210,000 tons of dissolving wood pulp, and 380,000 tons of paper per annum. 70% of the mill's product is exported and the balance is used locally. The mill generates its own energy in the form of steam and electricity from renewable and other sources. On average, the mill exports power to the national grid, helping to fuel the growing local economy. The Ngondwana mill is a major role player in the province, contributing over 5 billion rand annually to the local economy. It employs over 1,000 staff and 700 contractors, and more than 43,000 people in the province depend on Sappi for their livelihood. Since the mill produced its first paper pulp 50 years ago, it's undergone numerous significant expansions, including the addition of 2 paper machines, a coal-fired power boiler, and a dissolving wood pulp plant. As part of the mill's sustainability journey, great care is taken to minimize the use of natural resources, reduce air emissions, effluent discharge and solid waste, as well as improve energy efficiency. The mill has been uniquely designed to minimize the use of fresh water and performs in the top 5th percentile of integrated pulp and paper mills worldwide in this regard. In the third video of this 4-part series on the Clivia Pass, you'll get a bird's eye view of the size and scope of the mill. When you've completed this pass, why not take a right turn onto the N4 and drive through to the town of Mgwenya, previously known as Watervalboven. It's a small town situated on the edge of the escarpment on the banks of the Elands River, above the 75-meter-high Elands Falls on the railway line from Pretoria to Maputo. Hence the original name, which means above the waterfall in Dutch. It's the sister town of Waterval, which is at the base of the escarpment below the waterfall. Both settlements were established in 1895 because of the building of the Pretoria-Delagoa Bay railway line built by the Netherlands-South Africa Railway Company. The railway from Komatipoort to Pretoria reached Watervalboven in March 1894. In order to establish a supply depot, the Transvaal Republic acquired about 78 hectares of the farm Doornhoek lying on either side of the line. Between Waterval and Watervalboven, the line rises from the Elands River Valley and the Lowveld to the eastern edge of the Highveld, 208 meters in height, over a distance of 7.5 kilometers, which necessitated a rack railway and a steep curving tunnel over the stretch. The route was later changed to a less severe gradient over a 14-kilometer stretch with 2 tunnels. After this diversion, the old tunnel was used for road traffic until 1936, when the Elands Pass was built. The original tunnel and also the bridge just below the tunnel were proclaimed historical monuments. From this point, the gradient starts increasing significantly. Be sure to watch Part 3 of the Clivia Pass.